Hi, everyone, and welcome back. I hope you're all still holding up and that the sun is shining on you all today. I apologize for any background noise which may be disruptive or bothering you, but as I'm recording this on my phone, we are experiencing a long power outage, and I can therefore not close all windows and doors to keep the noise out. I also apologize for not being very active in the comment section, but between schedule for load shedding once again and trying to watch the proceedings around the Queen's passing, I have not really been able to read and comment, but I'll catch up, I promise. My daughter will be back next week to take some of the household tasks off my hands, and then I'll sit back and go through everything I have missed. Scotland and Edinburgh did a wonderful job yesterday. I think it was absolute perfection. On the one hand, it was great to see my old haunt, the place where I went looking for my roots, the lovely Golden Mile with all its small shops and characters. To this day, I regret not completing my quest in 2008 to remain in Scotland. On the other hand, maybe it was divine intervention because I enjoyed the whiskey and the evenings out a tad too much. On the other hand, it was extremely sad to see Her Majesty the Queen beginning her last journey and leaving Scotland for the last time. What really got to me was when the Queen's 4 children stood vigil at her coffin in St. Giles. They all looked incredibly sad, but Anne and Charles just looked downright sad and very, very tired, and who can blame them? Today our power will be off from 1500 hours until 1700 hours. So I'll try to catch up with the latest news and the proceedings between classes and household chores and sharing some of my thoughts with you. So, what I quickly want to chat to you about are, shall we say, certain elements of the media. Okay, so my first gripe is with Omid Scobie. I've been threatening to start a formal complaint process against the little twat for ages now, but just have not gotten as far as to actually do it. But I think Scabies has now finally dug his own grave, professionally speaking. I've been on Twitter correcting him about 5 times yesterday. Now, the blunder everyone is talking about is obviously the fact that he said the Queen's coffin will travel to England from Scotland on one of the royal trains. Well, Richard Eden was very quick to correct him by stating there is only one royal train, and no, the Queen's body will be transported by RAF plane to England. But I, sitting here in South Africa, even knew that just by checking the program online. So you want to tell me that Omid Scobie could not even be bothered to do that before going on television and tweeting? Really? And he's getting paid to be executive editor of Royal News on Yahoo News UK and editor at large at Harper's Bazaar US. Seriously? I would not pay him 5 cents to write on the back of a milk carton if he can't even do a basic online check for information. He also tweeted that poor Harry will be the only member of the royal family who will not be allowed to wear a uniform to the funeral, as Andrew will wear the uniform of the Grenadier Guards. First of all, I don't think anyone cares what any of them wear, as it is not about Andrew or Harry, but about the Queen and her farewell. For one last time, can we all make it about her? Secondly, he continued this tweet even after Prince Andrew appeared wearing a black morning suit with his medals pinned to his chest. Goodness, how on earth can this Ken doll continue or be allowed to continue as a so-called royal reporter if he does not as much as switch on his laptop or his cell phone and keep up with what is really happening? It is a disgrace, and if Mr. Scabies wants to continue writing, he should change to fantasy novels and not pretend to be a journalist, because that he is not. Omid, of course, now says it was a slip of the tongue and that he did not mean to say from Scotland to the UK, but from Scotland to England. Oh dear, he doesn't get it, does he? Now, in any event, it was not a slip of the tongue. It was what is called not having your facts straight. And for that, Omid and everyone who employs him should be deeply embarrassed. Then, to add insult to injury, darling Oprah had a chat with Gayle King in which she addressed the interview with Harry and Meghan, and now she is lowering herself to Meghan's level by lying outright. In the interview, she says she did not set out hoping for bombshells, but just wanted to give Harry and Meghan a platform to tell their story as to why they decided to leave the royal family and England. She said that she did not know what was to come out. Blah, blah, bloody blah. Well, that is an outright lie. I have been working with the media in one way or the other throughout my working life, and I can tell you that the ground rules and framework for an interview is always laid out before an interview. Always, no matter how long or how important or how insignificant that interview is to be. And then she tries to diminish the rift in the royal family as merely family squabbles. No, my dear Oprah, your friend Meghan caused a rift not only between family members but also countries. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. Then the news leaked that Sunshine Sachs is no longer handling Meghan and Harry's PR. Now, I don't know for a fact whether the Harkles sacked Sunshine Sachs or whether Sunshine Sachs withdrew from the Harkles. But I think it will obviously be spun in the media that the Harkles sacked them, when in reality it may indeed be the other way round. For those of you who have been here for a while, you will know that I made an entire video about PR and Sunshine Sachs after I spoke to someone online who is working for a big PR company in South Africa and sometimes internationally. I know there had been a few disagreements between the Harkles and Sunshine Sachs executives over the last few months to a year, and that those disagreements centered a lot around what Meghan Markle had her own staff leak to the media. Yes, folks, like I explained before, a company like Sunshine Sachs do not do these daily fluff pieces. No, they have junior staff updating celebs' social media pages, and senior staff will work at ensuring invitations to major events, interviews, and other media contacts and deals. That is it. They do not have the time to put up fluff pieces about Meghan's farts and shoes. Seriously, not. As I am preparing this video, I'm reading a headline Breaking news! Harry unlikely to bring his children to the United Kingdom for the Queen's funeral to shield them from grief. Folks, I can assure you that that is not the kind of headline or article Sunshine Sachs would be responsible for. Those guys at Sunshine Sachs are as sharp as menorah blades. They are strategists and not fluffers. And they know that this is utter fluff and BS. And that a 1 year old and a 3 year old would likely not even understand the concept of death, never mind the solemnness of a funeral. And they would know that an article like this would only serve to make the couple look more stupid than they really are. Have a look at some of the ditzier articles and look who wrote it or where the information came from. If written by the likes of Bryony Gordon, a pal of Meghan and Harry's, or it quotes Omid Scobie, or an insider, then you can bet your bottom dollar it did not originate from Sunshine Sachs. And I promise you, Sunshine Sachs were often embarrassed by some of the articles which the general public often attributed to them. Companies like Sunshine Sachs would believe in less is more and would plan their clients' PR strategically, having them arrive at the right places, mingling with the right people, being photographed by the big names, and so on. They would not support this BS ragmag type stories accompanied by freelance backgrid photographers. Anyway, my dear friends, that is all from me for now. I know I broke my own promise not to speak about the Harkles until next week, and tomorrow I will be following the procession of the Queen's coffin to Westminster and will definitely not mention the undesirables all day. I have some friends doing things behind the scenes at the moment, and hopefully by the end of next week, we'll have a bit of an expose, the one I have been talking about for a while now. In the meantime, we are just keeping up with current news and ask for your patience during these extraordinary circumstances. Okay, my dear friends, that's it. I'm off to do other chores and get this video ready for you. So until we meet again on the next one, please take good care of yourselves. Bye.